In the sequence of learning MORTH 5th revision sections, in section 300, now we will learn section 304, excavation for structures. 304.1 scope. Excavation for a structure shall consist of the removal of material for the construction of foundation for bridges, culverts, retaining wall, head walls, cut-off walls, pipe culverts, and other similar structure in accordance with the requirement of these specifications and the lines and dimensions shown on the drawings or as indicated by the engineer. The work shall include construction of the necessary cofferdam and cribs and the subsequent removal all necessary seating, shoring, bracing, drawing and pumping, the removal of all logs, stumps, guards and other tedious matters and obstructions necessary for placing the foundation, trimming bottom of excavation, backfilling and clearing up the site and the disposal of all surplus materials. 304.2 Classification of excavation. All materials involved in excavation shall be classified in accordance with Clause 301.2. 304.3 Construction Operation. 304.3.1 Setting out. After the site has been cleared according to Clause 201, that is clearing and graving, the limits of excavation shall be set out true to lines, curves and slopes to Clause 301.3.1. 304.3.2 Excavation. Excavation shall be taken to the width of the lowest step of the footing, including additional width as required for construction operation. The side shall be left plumb where the nature of soil allow it, where the nature of soil or the depth of the trench and season of the year do not permit vertical sides. The contractor at his own cost shall put up necessary shoring, strutting and planking or cut slopes to a safer angles or other or both with due regards to the safety of personnel and work and to the satisfaction of the engineer. The depth to which the excavation is to be carried out shall be as shown on the drawing unless the type of material encountered in such as to measure changes, in which case the depth shall be as ordered by the engineer. Propping shall be undertaken when any foundation or stressed zone from an adjoining structure is within a line of vertical to horizontal from the bottom of the excavation, where blasting is to be resorted to the same shall be carried out in accordance with the clause 302, and all precautions indicated therein observed. Where blasting is likely to be endanger adjoining foundation or other structure, necessary precautions such as controlled blasting, providing rubber mat cover to prevent flying of debris etc. shall be taken to prevent any damage. 304.3.3 Dewatering and protection. Normally, open foundations shall be laid dry where water is met with in excavation due to the stream flow, seepage, springs, rain, or other reasons. The contractor shall take adequate measures such as wheeling, pumping, constructing diversion channels, drainage channels, bunds, depression of water level by well point system, cofferdams, and other necessary works to keep the foundation trenches dry when so required and to protect the green concrete masonry damage by erosion or sudden rising of water level. The method to be adopted in these regards and other details thereof shall be left to the choice of the contractor, but subject to the approval of the engineer. Approval of the engineer shall however not relieve the contractor of the responsibility for the adequacy of the watering and protection arrangements for the quality and safety of the works. Where cofferdams are required, these shall be carried to adequate depth and heights, be safely designed and constructed, and be made as watertight as is necessary for facilitating construction to be carried out inside them. The interior dimension of the cofferdam shall be such as to give sufficient clearance for the construction and inspection and to permit installation of pumping equipment etc. inside the enclosed area. It is determined beforehand that the foundations control be laid dry, or the situation is found that the percolation is too heavy for keeping the foundation dry. The foundation concrete shall be laid under water by dummy pipes only. In case of flowing water or artesian springs, the flow shall be stopped or reduced as far as possible at the time of placing the concrete. Pumping from the interior of any foundation enclosure shall be done in such a manner as to preclude the possibility of the movement of water through any fresh concrete. No pumping shall be permitted during the placing of concrete and for a period of at least 24 hours thereafter, unless it is done for a suitable sum separated from the concrete work by a water-tight wall or other similar means. At the direction of the contractor, cement grouting or other approved methods may be used to prevent or reduce seepage and to protect the excavation area. The contractor shall take all precaution in diverting channels and in discharging the drained water as not to cause damage to the works, crops or any other property. 304.3.4 Preparation of foundation. The bottom of the foundation shall be leveled both longitudinally and transversely or stepped as directed by the engineer. Before footing is laid, the surface shall be slightly watered and rammed if the in the event of excavation having been made deeper than that shown on the drawing or as otherwise ordered by the engineer. The extra depth shall made up with concrete as per clause 2104.1 or at the cost of the contractor. Ordinary filling shall not be permitted to bring the foundation to the design level as shown in the drawings. When rock or other hard strata is encountered, it shall be freed of all soft and loose material, cleared and cut to a firm surface, either level or stepped or directed by the engineer. All seams shall be cleared and cut filled with cement mortar or grout to the satisfaction of the engineer. In the case of excavation in rock, annular space around footing shall be filled with lean concrete M15 up to the top of level of rock if the depth of fill required is more than 1.5 meter in soft rock or 0.6 meter in hard rock above the foundation level. The filling up to this level shall be done with M15 concrete and portion above shall be filled up by concrete or by boulder grouting with cement. When foundation piles are used, the excavation for piles caps shall be done after driving casting of all piles forming the group. After pile driving operation in a given pit are completed, all loose and displaced material therein shall be removed to the levels of the bottom of the pile cap. 304.3.5 Slips and slip outs. If there are any slips or slip outs in the excavation, these shall be removed by the contractor at his own cost. 304.3.6 Public safety. Near towns, villages and all frequented places, trenches and foundation pits shall be securely fenced, provided with a proper caution sign are marked with red lights at night to avoid accidents. The contractor shall take adequate protective measures to see that the excavation operation do not affect or damage adjoining structures. For safety precautions, guidelines may be taken from IS 3764. 304.3.7 Backfilling. Backfilling shall be done with approved material after concrete or masonry is fully set and carried out in such a way as not to cause undue thrust on any parts of the structure. All spaces between foundation, masonry or concrete and the sides of excavation shall be refilled to the original surface in layers not exceeding 150 mm compacted thickness. The compaction shall be done with the help of suitable equipment such as trench compactor, mechanical tamper, rammer, plate vibrator, etc. after necessary watering so as to achieve the maximum dry density. 304.3.8 Disposal of surplus excavated material. As per clause 301.3.11 shall apply. 304.4 Measurement for payments. Excavation for structure shall be made measured in MQ for each class of material encountered, limited to the diameter shown on the drawing or adapted by the engineer. Excavation over increased width, cutting of slopes, production supports to the existing structure, shoring, shuttering and planking shall be deemed as incidental to the main work and shall not be measured and paid separately. Preparation of rock foundation shall be measured in square meters. 304.5 Rates. 304.5.1 The contract unit rate for the items of excavation for a structure shall be payment in fully for carrying out the required operation, including full compensation for setting out, transporting the excavated material for use or disposal with all leads and lifts, construction of necessary coffer dams, cribs, seating, shoring and bracing and their subsequent removal. Removal of all logs, stumps, grubs and other deleterious material and obstructions for placing the foundation, including trimming of bottom of excavation, foundation sealing, dewatering, including pumping when no separate provision for it is made in the contract. Backfilling. Clearing up the site and disposal of all surplus material with all leads and lifts or as otherwise specified. All levers, material, tools, equipment, safety measures, diversion of traffic and incidentals necessary to complete the works to specification. 304.5.2 The contract unit rate for preparation of rock foundation shall be full compensation with cement, grout or mortar, including all materials, labor and incidentals required for completing the work. In this way we finished 304 section excavation for structure. Thank you.